guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now, today's reading will be a mid-monthly reading for the month of March 2018. So really focusing on the last couple of weeks of the month, from the 15th through the end of the month, but specifically looking at the areas of career and finance and love and relationships. For the career and finance portion of the reading, I'll be using the Wheel of the Year Tarot deck by Scarabeo, and I'll pull an oracle card from the Sacred Traveler deck, and that's by Denise Lynn. And for the love and romance relationships part of the reading, I'll use the Good Tarot deck by Colette Baron-Reid, and we'll pull an additional oracle card from Romance Angels Oracle card deck by Doreen Virtue. Just a reminder, these are general readings. The messages may or may not resonate with you. I would encourage you to watch not just your sun sign reading, but also your moon and your rising sign. That way you will get, a more complete overview of what's going on for you during the last 2 weeks of the month. And obviously the only way to get a truly personalized reading focusing on you and what's going on in your life right now would be to get a private reading from me. If you're interested, take a look at my site, changingphasestarot.weebly.com. And there you'll find all of the pricing as well as the types of videos that I offer, the video readings. Or you could email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com. Right, so once again, thank you so much for being here with me, and I will see you in 1 second for your reading. Bye for now. Hi Aquarius, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your mid-monthly reading for March 2018. As you can see, I've already shuffled off camera and have laid the spread, really just to try to save a little bit of time. So let's go ahead and get into your reading, starting off with the career and finance portion. So we have in the past position the Ten of Wands, in the present the Ace of Swords, in the future position the King of Chalices, and the card that was at the bottom of the deck, so the overall energy for the last 2 weeks of the month. Major Arcana number 8, Strength. And you actually have the same Major Arcana card at the bottom of the deck for your love and romance portion of the reading. So 2 repeating cards here, but we'll get to that in a minute. And the Sacred Traveler card is protected by angels. You are cherished by the angels. And I'll give you more information about this card once we go through the main reading here. So starting off with the Strength card as the overall energy for the last 2 weeks of the month. So Strength, obviously, first of all, this is a Major Arcana. So this is, it's divine, something that is divinely guided, right? This is divine intervention, and strength really has to do with your own, emotional strength to handle whatever you might, have coming up over the next couple of weeks. This is a card that speaks of, even though on this particular card he appears, obviously he looks physically strong here on the card, right? This card speaks of emotional, right? So it's emotional strength and really having, the courage to overcome whatever obstacles or fears might arise. And you do have sitting in the past position, the Ten of Wands, which is a card that, it speaks of, it's a card of struggle. Let me show you it again. You see that the couple here, they're trying to make it back home, right? They have a very long and windy and uphill path to get there. But look, they're carrying, both of them have watermelons on their back. So this is very heavy. This is very difficult, right? But tens are ending. So, there might have been within the area of career finance, it might have been, you might have been going through quite a difficult period, over quite a long period of time, because to get to the 10, that it takes a while to make it up to the 10 of wands, right? You go through the ace, and then the 2, and then all the way up, all of the trials and tribulations to get to the 10 of wands. So the 10 of wands is really a card of burden. It's a card of feeling overloaded, of feeling very fatigued, very tired, of feeling burdened with, a great deal of responsibility. So, if this is within the workplace, for some of you, you could have been handling a lot more than, maybe you should have handled, taken on more than your share, maybe you were feeling very overburdened, very tired, but this does sit in the past position. And it's interesting because even though it's a different suit, what we have coming up after it is an ace. And we know that, tens are endings in the tarot. And after the 10 comes an ace, a new beginning. So there was some type of ending. You unloaded, you took off, the heavy baskets here. So whatever was weighing you down and was troubling you, you've left that behind, whether that was, over the past couple of weeks or even going back to last month, you might have let something go, which has brought you to this ace, right? The Ace of Swords. And aces in the tarot, they're very, it's blessed energy. Usually in this deck, it doesn't show it as the hand extending out of the cloud. But in the traditional tarot, it's that sort of, divine hand extending, giving you this, divine offering of something new. And they're new beginnings. They're yes cards. It's very positive energy, new beginnings, right? And with this, the Ace of Swords energy deals with our intellect. It has to do with our thoughts. It's how we communicate with other people. And with this Ace of Swords, it could have something to do with, seeing something from a new perspective. It could have to do with gaining clarity on something, having, clear thoughts, good judgment. Again, clarity or clarification, right? So if there was something that, maybe you had been dealing with and it was a very difficult situation, something, now in the present, there's something that's coming in to really give you, this new beginning, but it's a new this new lease on life, this new breath, this new, new clarity, a new way of seeing something, right? This has to do with our intellect, so a new way of viewing something. And what you have in the outbound position is this King of Chalices. So this could be an actual person. When we have court cards appear in a reading, they can be people who are playing a significant role in our lives, right, during the next couple of weeks. If so, then typically this would be an older water sign male individual. Although with the general readings, it could be male or female, not really gender specific, but typically an older water sign individual. So Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. The kings and queens in the tarot, they've really mastered their particular suit. So this King of Chalices, he's somebody who has mastered the suit of cups or suit of chalices, which is a suit that deals with emotion. It deals with feelings, also psychic abilities, intuition, right? He's a very caring man, but he's also, he's very wise. He uses, he's very emotional, but he doesn't allow himself to get carried away, right, with his emotions. So he's, he's very creative and protective, but he's sure of himself. He's a very sure individual. So looking at, all of the cards together here, the message that is really coming through is for some of you, there could be, a situation that you have been dealing with. So you could have been, really you could have felt really overworked, right? This is oftentimes sort of the workaholic mentality, so So you could have been dealing with, either working too many hours at work, feeling overburdened at work, but then, there's a change. Something comes in, which is why, I guess with the strength card, I mean, you needed, you're being guided here, with this, this card of great emotional strength to be able to get through whatever this is. But it feels like, this heavy energy, this workaholic energy is just, it's falling off. And now that you have beautiful new things, coming in more towards the end of the month. So there could be this water sign individual. This could be, it could be a boss. This could be, or just, somebody that you're dealing with within the workplace. If this is outside of the workplace, this could be, with your finances. You could have been feeling very, burdened as far as your finances go, your financial situations. You receive some clarity on something, some news comes in, right? A new way of viewing something. And possibly this King of Chalices is going to help you, right? Maybe this person will come in and or has something to do with this clarity, right? Or seeing things from a new perspective here. Could be a new offer. I mean, he is carrying this, even though usually we think of the knights and, in the pages with bringing in news, knights bringing in the offerings. He does carry this cup, so there could be some type of offer coming from this King of Cups here, King of Chalices. If it's not a person and this is you taking on the King of Cups, then this is you just feeling, very emotionally balanced, very, sort of taking on whatever this new situation is, in a very balanced and, and having the emotional and the intellectual, the mental strength to, to be able to move forward with this new, whatever this new beginning or new blessing coming in with the Ace of Swords is. And whatever is going on, again, you have the divine, this is sort of blessed energy, the divine guidance here with the strength card, and then you have the protected by angels as the sacred traveler cards. Let me read you. I like to read from the guidebook for these cards. Let me just find my guidebook. Hold on one second. Here we go. Protected by angels. This card says, "You're blessed. Immense blessings from above are showering over your life. The angelic realm is only a thought away. Angelic intervention is available to you at all times. Simply be open and you will feel their presence. This is the time to spread your wings and soar. You are so protected and so safe. The sacred traveler wants you to know, sometimes it might seem that you can't see the road ahead, but have faith that by your side are shimmering angels supporting and guiding you in unseen ways. Watch for their signs, especially in the form of feathers. There is a sacred plan for your life. Your life is guided. The angelic message is that you are going in the right direction and everything is unfolding exactly as it should be. When you receive this card, it can also mean that you are an angelic healing force for others because the light within you is so bright." Interesting. Okay, well, looks like, good energy, good messages coming in here for the last couple of weeks for you. So let's move on to your love and relationship. So we have in the past position the Ace of Fire. This would be the Ace of Wands. In the present position, the King of Earth or the King of Pentacles. In the future position, the Five of Earth or the Five of Pentacles. Can't see that one very well. There's actually a person on there. Let me see. There we go. And the overall energy, like I said, is a repeater, right? It's the Strength card, Major Arcana number 8, Strength. And the Romance Angels card that came out, Heart-to-Heart Conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Okay, so starting off with the Ace of Fire in the past. Oh, I'm sorry. Starting off with the Strength card. Let's look at that as the overall energy for you. So, similar messages here is what I gave you with the Strength card in the career and finance portion of the reading. So just, more of having that emotional strength, right? The emotional strength and fortitude and courage to deal with whatever is going on here with regards to your relationships. In this deck, the card is called Endurance. And so, it does have a slightly different meaning in that it speaks of, things happening in divine appropriate timing, keeping, having the courage to keep going, as new things begin to sort of emerge and manifest in your life. Being able to overcome obstacles, whether these are external obstacles or just, internal ones. So it's a card of, of endurance, of having that, the courage, the strength to handle something. So let's see how this ties in with the rest of your cards here. So let me lower the camera just a little bit so you can see them a bit better on this side. There we go. Okay, so the Ace of Fire. Again, we have the Ace of Swords up here, so we have this blessed energy with the new beginnings here, and we have it as well in the romance and relationships. But, fire energy has to do with the day-to-day matters in life. It has to do with creativity, creative projects. It has to do with the work that we do. It's our own drive and passion and ambition for getting things done, whatever we are dealing with. And Ace is, again, new beginning. So we have this new beginning, this beautiful new offering. This could have been, an opportunity, something new, but it came in the past. This is the past position here. So for some of you, there could have been something new that started up for you, right? A new opportunity over the past couple of weeks, even going back to last month. And whatever whatever this new thing was, it's brought you to this position of the King of Earth here. And the Ace, yes, it's a new beginning, but it's also this Ace of Fire. It's a card that it has a lot to do with action, but sort of divinely guided action, and transformation. But it's really, there's a strong connection to spirit with this card. And so it's a card of turning dreams into reality. It's a card of, whatever you have been wanting, as far as, here we are looking at relationships. As far as relationships go, you really sort of manifesting that. Now here in the present position, we have the King of Earth. This could be, once again, you have the King of Chalices up here in this reading. We have the King of Earth here. So this could be an actual person, right? If so, then this would typically be an older earth sign individual, male or female, right? So Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. But he is very, this is a very kind of serious individual. He's very grounded, it's the kings and queens, again, they've mastered that suit. So he's really masters his suit of pentacles, So earth energy is very, it has to do with the material things in life, right? It has to do with the jobs that we do, our material possessions, the money that we earn, our homes, family, education, knowledge, right? And he's really mastered this suit. So he is somebody he's very financially secure, very financially stable. He knows how to make money, but he's also good at, holding on to his money. So he's very good at sort of attracting wealth, but he's good at holding on to his wealth as well. He's very resourceful. He's a very grounded, very reliable individual. He's somebody that you can definitely count on. So for some of you, there could have been a new relationship starting up with this King of Earth individual. That's a possibility. But what we have in this future position is a 5 of Earth, so more Earth energy. But the 5s, It typically has to do with, so many times the Five of Earth, it can, it can represent a sort of lack of something, a lack of material, since we are dealing with earth energy, lack of material possessions, lack of prosperity, some type of failure or loss. Sometimes this card appears when there's, a loss of a job, financial insecurity, ill health as well. If you have, if you've been sick. So it's kind of like feeling left out in the cold, feeling that there's something lacking in your life. But in this particular deck, it does have a slightly different meaning. It really speaks to this, this lack mentality as being nothing more than an illusion, of possibly overlooking treasures in your life, of overlooking the blessings that you have, and the need to sort of count your blessings. So within a relationship, possibly for some of you, we do have the Strength card, which I said, speaks of this need to have, the fortitude, the emotional strength to handle something. So there could be, for some of you, obviously this is a general reading, it won't apply for everybody. There might be a situation in a relationship, possibly with an earth sign individual, that there have been maybe some understandings, maybe there's been, maybe you felt a little out in the cold, maybe the other person has been treating you, rather coldly, or vice versa. But, with the Strength card here, I think it's just encouraging you to, not to give up on the relationship, not to give up on the person, focus on the positive things. Many times when we get into these situations, where we start arguing, or, if there are discussions with people and start arguing, we tend to, to go more towards the negative and the problems, and, try to avoid that, right? Have the strength, have the courage to kind of overcome those obstacles. Focus on the positive. Focus on what brought you together. Count your blessings. Realize what the two of you have together, and which isn't always easy, which is why I think the Strength card appears here. Now, this heart-to-heart conversation, let me read you the full description for this card. Let me find it first. It says, your love life needs a healthy infusion of honest communication, according to the Romance Angels. You've been harboring emotions that are masking your feelings of love. There's still time to heal the situation. However, it will require effort on your part. You may need to initiate an uncomfortable discussion and risk upsetting your partner. In the end, though, this is a necessary move to ensure the health of your relationship. If necessary, schedule an appointment with a counselor to facilitate the discussion. This professional can steer the conversation away from blame and toward resolution. You can also gain support from free groups such as Emotions Anonymous, Codependence Anonymous, or Al-Anon. Meetings are held internationally and online, and you can find them through your internet search engine. Whether you communicate with your partner alone or with a neutral third party, your heart-to-heart discussions will result in personal growth. Remember that you can't control another's reactions. You can only be honest about how you feel and know what you will and won't accept in a relationship. By sharing your feelings, you stand a much better chance of teaching your partner about your needs instead of suffering silently. And I really feel that this ties in because I'm getting from the, the Five of Earth card, there could have been a new beginning in a relationship. Maybe this was a renewal even, maybe you got back with this person. Maybe there is some type of feeling of, maybe what's lacking is conversation. Maybe what's lacking is this open dialogue, focusing on the positive, opening up the lines of communication with the person, which isn't always easy to do, but I believe that with the Strength card, you are being divinely guided here. There is divine intervention at play. So, definitely, if this does resonate with you, I would say work on whatever's going on in the relationship. Speak openly and focus on the positive. Give the other person, the chance to express him or herself as well. And, express your feelings honestly and openly, and give this a chance. Okay, well, I do hope that the messages have helped in some way, Aquarius. I appreciate you watching the video. I look forward to reading for you again. And just know that I'm sending you all much peace, love, and light for a wonderful rest of the month. Bye for now.